So one of the most fascinating videos has entered my YouTube subscriber box by Justin Wang, and it is a Power Rangers related video. Two things I didn't think that would go together. Now, I don't know if Justin has made Power Rangers related videos in the past before, but this one, I feel like I want to be a React Andy to this one and watch it and go over it, because this is something that I've heard about within the fandom for the longest time. So, what is the video related to? Well, you probably saw the title of the video, you probably saw the thumbnail. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to lay out this video. But back in ye old days of the internet, when Power Rangers was sort of like in and out of irrelevancy back in the day, and actors were all scattered before they came back to the fandom, there was this, you could say, rumor, leak, speculation that Austin St. John, one of the original Rangers, the original Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, allegedly, rumoredly did porn back in the day. So, although Austin's denied this, I remember back in the day that like a couple of actors would take a couple of digs at it to the rumors. JDF being one of them. I don't know if I've got the clip here. Roll it if I've got it. I probably don't have it. But I want to react to this Justin Wang video and go over it with you guys and talk about it and give my, like I said, be a React Andy to this, because I feel like there's a lot I can go over with this video and discuss it. So I'm going to bring it up.
It's pretty
so the title of the video is that Red Power Ranger rumor. So I just want to bring up the tweet real fast as well. So the tweet from Justin Wang is saying this, saying so I might as well break the ice by saying this. New video on the channel looking at the old rumor that the Red Ranger did gay porn. There, I said it. That was the rumor back in the day. So I want to react to it. I want to go over it. I want to see what diving and deep diving that Justin did for this video. Although Austin St. John has been the sort of face of controversy for Power Rangers this year, I kind of want to go over this video and talk about it. Okay, after several technical difficulties, I now have my filter over to protect me from the wrath of Toei and Hasbro combined when they see their footage up on screen, because they don't give no fucks. So let's react to this Justin video.
It's pretty common for actors from children's TV shows and movies to struggle with making the jump to more mature roles. For every Leonardo DiCaprio, there's 100 more Dustin Diamonds. One of the biggest cultural phenomenons of the 90s was, of course, the Power Rangers. And despite how huge the show became...
Okay. We're getting some quick little lore dive.
Almost immediately, its cast struggled to find any real success outside of the show. This led to one of the most persistent rumors surrounding Power Rangers.
Oh, we're going to get into, like, the Power Rangers curse in a bit. I don't know if Justin's going to cover that in a couple of seconds, but I can understand where he's coming from. There's been a couple of Power Ranger actors here and there that struggled to find work after the show.
One that people still tell me about to this day, thinking it's true. The idea that the original Red Ranger,
here we go.
St. John,
here we go.
Doing gay porn. So
oh, just to hear it out loud is kind of hilarious. What's
the deal with this rumor? Let's find out in today's episode of Tales from the Internet.
Okay. Here we go. Porno Rangers. I gotta love the chiptunes theme as well.
This video is sponsored by AG1.
Sponsors, okay. Where are we going to get into the main video?
Of the participants in one research study or scan
okay.
2 and 5 August 28th.
All right, cool.
With your first subscription. On August 28th, 1993, a bunch of teens with attitude were recruited to help save the world from the evil Rita Repulsa, personally handpicked by Alpha 5 and the man living in a lava lamp known as Zordon. Zordon was a galactic wizard, and now
we're getting our lore.
Billy, Kimberly, Zack, and later on Tommy. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers became a pop culture sensation.
All right.
Losing their minds over this show. Christmas 1993 saw parents coming to blows
Oh, they got the clip from Jingle All the Way. That's pretty great. But yeah, we're getting the quick little lore dive. If you're familiar with Power Rangers, you're probably aware of this.
with each other to get the kids these toys. You can just imagine someone's mom coming home with a black eye.
Wait, I want to see those toys because I've seen Jingle All the Way like plenty of times back there. I just want to get a quick look at those toys.
Just imagine
Wait, so we got Fantastic Four, Micro Machines, Star Wars figures, Hot Wheels.
someone's mom coming home with a black eye trying to get that Dragon Zord.
Wait, what was that line? Wait.
You can just imagine someone's mom coming home with a black eye trying to get that Dragon Zord. Totally understandable, too. Those were some of the coolest toys around at that time. Stores had to issue apologies when they ran out of stock. It wasn't a thing the Power Rangers couldn't sell. Karate demonstration VHS tapes. Christmas special with Alpha 5. Boxes.
I pretty much owned some of this stuff growing up. I didn't own that stuff. I didn't have the juice boxes. I never got any of them as a kid.
School supplies. A fan club membership.
I never got the fan club membership. I watched the video where Estee ordered it online. That's about it. But I never got it myself.
The show was the highest rated show among 2 to 11-year-olds. Just absolutely demolishing their competition. The main cast, though, wasn't seeing anywhere close to the amount of money you would normally get from a hit show like this.
Ooh, okay. We're going to get into this bit of lore, how much they were not paid when walking on the show, which is why Austin, Twee, and Walter left the show.
Were working the main cast from sunup to sundown, and since the actors weren't established, their pay was very low. This was not sitting well with the Red Ranger, Austin St. John.
You got to remember, this was also like a non-union show, so that means they wouldn't get paid a lot, but Saban would get paid a lot as well. And I think Amy Jo Johnson actually mentioned this in an interview on No Pink Spandex from like 10 plus years ago. Probably longer than that because it's been a while, saying that like she was getting paid like as much as like someone who would work at McDonald's or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote, but they weren't getting paid a lot.
And many would consider him to be the leader of the team, almost the face of the show. With the show doing almost triple the ratings of Batman the Animated Series, shouldn't the lead actors get some kind of pay increase? Some of the cast members, like Amy Jo Johnson, David Yost, and Jason David Frank, chose to stick with the show, keeping that steady paycheck coming in. But not every cast member was willing to work for this cheap. Early into Season 2, Austin St. John, Walter Emmanuel Jones, and Twee Trang would walk off the show, refusing to come back until they got a new contract. They felt that the show was such a big hit, and the merchandise was so lucrative that what they were getting paid was insultingly low. All those action figures that parents were fighting over, they didn't see a dime of that.
The toys were, when the toys were selling off the shelves and people were standing in lines for hours, it was all over the news. It was like, people are in line to buy the Power Ranger toys, standing in line for 6 hours.
And angry.
Angry
Because they ran out.
And yet,
When is that interview from? Because let me go back. Because you got Walter there, you got Austin there. I think this might have been fresh off seeing Walter. Let me go back.
People are in line to buy the Power Ranger toys, standing in line for 6 hours.
And angry.
Angry
Because they ran out.
I think this was one of either Karen Ashley's podcast she did back in the day, or not Davis. I think it was Uncensored Talk with Karen Ashley. Yeah, that's one of the podcasts she did back in the day. And I think, oh, look at that face that Austin's making. That's him holding a whopper with two hands. That's him holding that's him holding like the water cash when he got the COVID payments. Oh, we joke around here.
And yet the cast members were working nonstop. But Saban would not budge, and they pressured the striking actors to come back. Originally, according to Austin and Walter, the whole cast was in agreement that they would walk out.
Different people, for their different reasons, changed their mind. Obviously, that would be Amy Jo and David Yost and Jason Frank. And all of them had their own reasons for deciding, we don't want to renegotiate the contract after all. We're just going to grin and bear it. But we wanted to stand up for ourselves because we felt like we were being bullied and we felt like we deserved more and that we had earned the right to be treated like professional actors.
Episodes were shot where you wouldn't see these cast members. The dialogue was recycled and used while showing full costume footage. It is sometimes called a fake shem. Unwilling to budge, these 3 cast members were just replaced. They were written off as having gone to a global peace conference. They didn't even make it to the first movie with the original lean enthusiast Ivan Ooze. According to...
Dang. Imagine that. Imagine if we got, like, the original movie with Ivan Ooze and we got the actual, like, original 6 Rangers together instead of, like, the Stone Canyon Trio. That would have been a very different movie, I reckon.
Austin, there was talk of having the Rangers return for the first movie. Maybe Austin St. John made the wrong call to leave the show, admitting that he wasn't able to make the jump from children's TV to adult roles. And just like that, Austin St. John was gone from the public eye. From a huge kid star to just nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like Austin St. John disappeared, like, off the face of the earth for the longest time. He came back to do a few specials, but apart from that, he was gone. What was Walter doing? He was doing something like Star Trek or something.
Jones went on to other shows like Nickelodeon Space Cases. Twee Trang, like Austin, had also disappeared from Hollywood after bit roles in Spy Hard and The Crow's Salvation. And after...
Wait, is that Twee and the Crow? I haven't seen that movie. Like, I've seen the first Crow. I love the first Crow movie. But I've never seen the second Crow movie.
Walter Jones went on to other shows like Nickelodeon Space Cases. Twee Trang, like Austin, had also disappeared from Hollywood after bit roles in Spy Hard and The Crow's Salvation. And after a few years, Power Rangers must have seemed like a good deal after all, because Austin St. John would return as his character Jason Scott, now as the Gold Ranger for Power Rangers Zeo. But after that,
I gotta admit the deep dive that he did for this, like, even though this is like basic knowledge to like me and a lot of people watching, I gotta respect just like the basic catch up for probably all like the normies and the casuals who probably don't know about this stuff.
Second Power Rangers run, Austin's acting credits go dark once again. There was a 2000 movie called Expose, also known as Footsteps, that he doesn't even remember doing. So what was he actually up to during this time?
There we go.
We're kind of in the early days of the internet. People are a bit naive to how easily rumors could be planted and spread. And the kinds of rumors that you'd see in a supermarket tabloid were finding their way online, as well as people just trying to make a cheap buck in all kinds of ways. Hey, did you think the Pink Power Ranger's hot? Pay a subscription to this website. And
Holy shit. I know this is fake, but let me just read this. I've never heard this. Let me read this. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely photoshopped with her face, and that's not even Amy at all. Let me read this. Okay, the problem is... Holy shit, I didn't even know that rumor about... Like that. I know it's not real. I know it's not real for sure. But I didn't even know that was a thing back in the day.
Where you'll be able to go see her in a porno. Of course, this wasn't Amy Jo Johnson. Just the
yeah, okay. Alright, I thought that was the case.
With a passing resemblance. And of course, she isn't the only original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger associated with porn. Austin St. John left the Power Rangers to do gay porn. The lines were saying. Just another kid actor forced to do porn, like Little Sister from Family Matters, Screech, Kid from Christmas Story. You know, Austin St. John had admitted that he couldn't make the jump from kids' TV to more mature roles. So if you're not getting adult roles, how about adult roles? The rumor of Austin St. John doing gay porn goes back as far as 2000, but it really started picking up momentum in 2006. Images and videos were being circulated of supposedly Austin St. John performing lewd acts and posing nude. The rumor was being spread by sites like D-Listed. Here's some of what I can show you of some graphic photos if you want to take a look for yourself. To the naked eye, the body type seems to match up until you notice the man in question seems to have a much bigger frame. Upon closer inspection, you can see that there's plenty of differences between Austin St. John and this man.
Yeah, you can see the differences.
And other sites kept pushing.
Yeah, you can definitely see the differences, like the face as well. Yeah, the build is very different right there, that's for sure.
This rumor throughout the years. As far back as 2006, though, forum users were cracking the case. This Jason Cutler they keep talking about, not real or credited. The specific rumor was that Austin St. John starred in a movie called Laguna Beach, a love affair.
Laguna Beach.
Jason Cutler. With promotional material even saying Jason Cutler is a former Red Ranger. Of course, there is no Jason Cutler. Whatever Google results there were in 2006 have been corrected in the present day. But was there...
Yeah, I know that. Like, if you try Googling it now, it's been corrected.
ever a Jason Cutler? Jason David Frank, while he was feuding with Austin, did go on a podcast saying that Austin St. John was a stage name.
And that's why I'm saying Austin's fake. When I first started Power Rangers, honestly, okay, his name was. That's his real name. His name's not Austin.
I'm surprised they bleeped that. Even though it's public knowledge these days, Austin St. John's actual name is Jason Geiger. I'm surprised that was bleeped on that podcast back in the day. How far back is that? Because it sounds like they're doing it like on Skype for like a telephone with JDF.
St. John? That's a stage name.
Could Jason Cutler have been his real name? No. These pictures and videos belong to a website called SeanCody.com.
Sean Cody.
SeanCody.com had a clientele of male stars. This guy's name was Brock. So was this all just a coincidence? Was it some kind of wishful thinking? Did they just want to believe it was true? No, this website knew what they were doing. Instead of rumors, they actively fed into them by making Power Rangers themed porn. BJ's.
What? That's crazy.
Solos. Not just eating ass, but feasting upon it.
Ooh, fuck. Hey, red vs. blue.
His best Master Chief impression doing some teabagging video. Of course,
oh, teabagging Halo can never get old. Let me rewind that.
Feasting upon it. You got him doing his best Master Chief impression doing some teabagging video. And of course, at a passing glance, you can see the resemblance. I mean, honestly, it had me fooled back in the day. But if you really look, the shape of the ears, the nose...
Yeah, that's where it comes off, like the ears, the nose. The head doesn't really match up, because it...
Very different. But this rumor would just keep popping up no matter how fast other people were to correct it. It was almost like people wanted this to be true. And it turned out to be the case that a lot of gay men wound up having their first crushes on the Red Ranger. Just as how a lot of straight boys had their first crush on the Pink Ranger. So Austin St. John did become aware of all these rumors. And of course, this was not him.
I mean, I'm not gay. And I've met a lot of, I've got some friends who are gay, and they're the first to tell me that no one could ever confuse me for being gay. So,
he had to sue them to get them to stop pushing the idea that the Red Ranger was making...
Really? That's interesting if that's true.
...porn for their website. And they did everything they could to try and keep this rumor alive. Sean Cody makes a lot more money if people think the Red Ranger is the star. The only acting throughout the 2000s that he was doing was Power Rangers-related projects. Of course, Austin wasn't getting paid to make his monster grow. He was working as a paramedic.
Okay, so that's cool that he's got this in there, the paramedic stuff.
As he described it, it was a way for him to stop pretending he was saving lives and to actually do it for real. There's even a story of him helping save someone's life at Power Morphicon in 2014, which was confirmed by a fellow attendee who witnessed the event. According to Entertainment Weekly, Austin also served in the U.S. military as a healthcare provider in the Middle East. For a guy who had to leave the original show at its peak, Austin St. John has since made his peace with Power Rangers. He has stayed very active in the world of Power Rangers, making comics and acting in Power Ranger fan films. But this isn't quite the happy ending that it might seem like.
Oh, he's actually going to get into it. Holy shit. I didn't think he'd actually close the video with this. Ooh. Is he going to talk about the shirt controversy of this year?
See, he's currently in legal trouble for trying to defraud the COVID relief Paycheck Protection Program as part of a scheme that involved 17 other people. He's now facing 20 years in jail. So I guess all Rita had to do to stop Power Rangers is play the long game. Austin has gone on record denying all the charges, stating that these acts were committed by third parties whose goals were self-centered and had manipulated and betrayed his trust. Because of this legal issue...
But he also came out and said that he was guilty later this year.
Austin could not participate in the Power Rangers reunion Netflix movie from 2022. So there you have it. The Red Ranger, he might not have done gay porn, but he still might be getting fucked. Like this video, turn on notifications, and check out my video about Super Hornio Brothers.
What?
I'm out.
Okay. Alright. That was a pretty good entertaining video, I will say that. I don't know if I'm going to upload the whole thing, but I think, like, it took a while to get to the punchline because it had all that build-up towards getting to the debunk, which I kind of knew was debunked ages ago. But I did enjoy the deep dive and the lore that Justin went into, building up to the story here, like the history of Power Rangers, the pay dispute, the COVID fraud stuff going on. Like, he really went into it. He didn't touch upon the shirt stuff, which, understandable. That's its own story within itself. But yeah, this was a pretty good video, I will say that. Entertaining. I'm hoping that Justin dives into more Power Rangers lore and stuff like that, like the Power Rangers curse. Like, I think a lot of people want him to do the Wild Force Red Ranger as well. The guy who played Decker. And I'm sure, no doubt about it, he'll probably talk about the Ninja Storm Red Ranger, because that's got its own stories within its own demons, if you don't know, with what that actor did before they unfortunately took their life. But this was a pretty good video, and I did enjoy it. So will I upload this as a reaction? We'll see. Do you want to see more of this stuff where I just react to other Power Rangers related content? Tell me down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.